This is Grimm Grinner on all channels.
Hey there, wastelanders.
Fucking quit on me now!
News of violent attack catch you all as the phoenix rises from the ashes. Welcome. The input from someone calling themselves the Nave of Truth. But unless I can get some solid proof on anything you're broadcasting.
Well, Grimm Grinner, voice of the wastes. Corporation Most Wanted. So many titles I would love to add to the list, but without knowing more about you, I fear I wouldn't do your current roster justice. What do I know, though? I know the secrets you wish you knew. I know that the corporations have been experimenting with robotics and more extreme mind control methods. I know about the experiments you found and what could have happened if the feral virus hadn't gotten out when it did. I know about the failures of the Twin Town militia. And most of all, I know about the Safety Foundation, the real puppet masters out here in the wastes.
But all those secrets can wait, dear Mr. Grinner. Or can I call you Grimm? Or should I call you by your real name? Oh, don't worry, I won't spoil the surprise for the wastelanders out there.
No, today, Grimm, we're going to discuss the word around the wastes about the group known as the Jury, and why the corporations are controlling this sadistic group through your broadcast, Voice of the Wastes. You see, back before the fall, and before the corporations released the feral virus,
and before they began modifying the news reports to keep everyone scared and confined in their walls and their domes, the corporations were working on mind control and mind manipulation chemicals to try and create a brutal fighting force.
Now, this isn't the kind of stuff that gave us the corporate exterminators. That's the low-end version of what I'm talking about. This was a chemical they tested in facilities outside the walls.
That way, if they lost control, then these genetically enhanced killers would just take us all out, and they could use them as another scare tactic. But they never got around to running the tests. Not until after the ferals shut down society.
Once they were able to gain power and reestablished a connection to the exterior facilities, disguised as the vaults and bunkers we all rushed to, that's when they started testing this chemical known as compound CFN 523.
So, CFN 523, if you don't know, was designed to blend elements of the feral virus and the standard mental manipulation chemicals now found in the food and drinks within the GAT. This would have created an elite force of killers. The corporations could point at anyone resisting them and watch them become splatters in the wasteland.
But since they couldn't vet their test subjects properly, they had to just take a risk and see what would happen to regular people.
Unfortunately, that meant that there would be side effects they couldn't factor into this. Several bunkers of people ended up slaughtering each other since they were out of range for the controlling signals to take effect. These vaults were torched and buried by elite squad that the heads of the corporations used to cover up their mistakes.
A handful of bunkers had a bit more success, though. However, they encountered a weird side effect with one specific shelter where one of the subjects inside just happened to have the Nightmare Institute show playing in their room, and the signal adding to it made this survivor think he was the judge. And I have it on good authority that before this first display, before Grimm Grinner's discovery, was the judge's family who had been locked up with him. When word of this anomaly reached the corporation's ears, they decided that sending the judge towards Grimm Grinner would be an easy way to take out the thorn in their side, while also creating panic out in the wastes. So they started transmitting a signal in the form of the ticking clock encoded with Grimm Grinner as the target. Then, after he failed to catch the voice of the waste the first time, they let loose the other subjects of his jury.
All this to say that it's only a matter of time before they start pumping CFN 523 into the vents of the GAT and just smash through everything in the wastes, using more judges to clear us all out or control every wastelander.
We all need to open our eyes to how evil the corporations really are, people. because that's not the only secret they have hidden in those walls. So stick with me, the Nave of Truth, and discover the reality behind walls that you'll never hear from good old Grimm Grinner.
Welcome to The Waste is a Wasteland podcast brought to you by Edward Grimm Grinner Hutchinson. Feel free to follow me on all social media. Make sure to subscribe so you can hear new episodes as they release. If you like what I do here and want to support the podcast by getting some cool merch, check out my Etsy store. For more information and all the links, check out linktree.com/welcome to the wastes. Thanks for listening.